Good morning. I'm going to do your general read for the day. Let's see what's going on with the collective and how the energy is. We're just nearing the full moon here in a couple more days. It's exciting. December 12th. Be sure and do any releasing you need to before of those generational curses or traumas. Can you get an overall energy for the collective spirit? One for the divine feminines and one for the masculines, please. What are the divine feminines at in their okay. I'm sorry. Okay, and where are the masculines at in their journey? Where are the masculines at today in their journey? Where are the masculines at today? Mind you, okay. So the soul shrieker, let me grab this. I have this for someone else in a reading. I'm going to match the perhaps spirit with the animal spirit guides to help the collective decipher. This card here is more the energy right now of the divine feminines or the collectives, looking at past perhaps curses or not, well, curses in the way of gossip or negative words, any negativity or arguments that were spoken, and their responsibility in it. They're reflecting back to see how what part they played in this situation type energy. So yes, it is still negative words because the soul shrinker is all about gossip or cursing people in the way of gossip. Masculine. Let me go for the masculine. For the masculine. I'm not taking all those. Maybe that look well though. Spirit, give me a true and precise energy read for the divine masculines in the collective. Thank you. Yeah, I got that earlier too for someone. Alright, so I'm gonna 55. I'm not gonna read the whole thing, just point out the aspects where it is. Let's see. Yeah, one of the things usually involved here is taking responsibility for ourselves, our own feelings, rather than blaming others for the way we are. Another part of this process is to learn to be compassionate towards ourselves. If we can do that, it is much easier not to be horrible to and about others. This doesn't mean that we are supposed to be all sweetness and light all the time. Constructive criticism given compassionately and kindly is a part of being real. The reality is a good thing to be in touch with. Alright, so just what I thought with that energy. So it's not the energy, I'm not feeling the energy in this where it's about someone being the soul shrinker themselves, scoring off, yelling, you know, verbally cruel. 42. Mixenmeyer-Manser. This earlier as well, small clues, listening to things. Little things can tell us a lot. Everything bears messages about the universe around us. Studying the details, it sometimes enables us to deduce the whole. The entire universe is one piece, and each fragment of that unity reflects and is connected to all the others, just as we in the collective are all connected together energetically, which is why we're able to pull the energy from the collective to do readings without them present. The lifting at a finger disturbs the farthest star. Mick says it works the other way around as well. He advises us to make slow and observant study of the little things in their even smaller detail in the world around us. He says that such study not only helps us enhance our understanding of life, unity, and everything, but it also helps us to develop a joyful patience and a deeper philosophy. And also, attention to details is more important at this very time. Okay, so that's the Mick the Mime answer. Alright, so for the Divine Feminine, to clarify with this as well, the zebra, now if this was a horse of a different color, it'd be different, but it's not. The zebra stands out. They're very intuitive, listening to their higher self. They're able to see things between the lines, or read between the lines easily with body language, very intuitive, very much in their power as well. These are the divine masculine or feminines, the high priestess, right? Someone that's enthusiastic, eccentric, moving, sometimes can be worldly, but have a mission, and they are in looking and seeing with their third eye their future in this mission, the sole purpose that they were brought here for. And they're looking with this card here, the Soul Shrinker, they're looking at to see what part they play in that, and how these things in the past on this journey have affected them, and what part they've played in it. Okay, so we already read the Mick the Mime answer. He's focusing on all the details. There's little critters all intent behind these leaves. Not that you can see it there. I can hold it up, but you might not still be able to see it. Okay, so he's always focused on those little details. And then Fire Ant can be rigid, disciplined, blames others, sometimes gossips, and can be aggressive energy. In this card right now, though, I'm not feeling so much that. It's more like the attention to details. They have a job to do, and they're going to pinpoint exactly where they're headed. This almost looks more like a target. They have a goal. They know where they're going, their sole purpose, their mission. They've been enlightened. They see now. Spirit has awakened them fully with the visions, the dreams, to say, this is your path, move. Alright? Spirit, give us a true and precise messages for the Divine Collective, please. First top row for the Divine Feminines. Bottom row, of course, is the Divine Masculines. To see how they mirror one another, and what energies they have to work with today. What's going on with the collective. Divine Feminines first, please, Spirit. Divine Feminines energy. Woo. Wow, nice card. One more for the feminines. I think it's that one. Okay, and give me the Divine Masculine's energy, please. On the bottom is the Fool card. Taking the leap of faith. Divine Masculine's energy for today, please, for the collective. Divine Masculine's energy for today, for the collective. Wow, that didn't take long. Okay, and the bottom of the card is Star card. One more for the masculines, please. One more for the masculine. Thank you. They made their choice. I just split the deck and we have the Ten of Cups. What are their hopes in this connection? Ten of Cups. Okay. Okay. Put that there for a minute. Okay, so Divine Feminines, you are feeling the connection perhaps. The Lover's card is a number 6. You are in union with yourself. You're in your calm water space, reviewing your part in this. And perhaps recently, as we've said before, you've pulled your energy back, even though you're still sending healing love. And perhaps this is more in the 5D right now, where you are sharing this energetic love with the divine promise of connection. You have all the tools within you to manifest this, to carry it to fruition. The wind is blowing things into you. The wind is bringing you, the spirit of wind is bringing you blessings. You're very much in tune to you, probably getting more vivid dreams for insight on your mission as well. The Empress card, number 3, you are in your Empress energy, listening to your spirit guides, holding true to your heart, not needing that protection anymore that perhaps you once felt like you needed someone to protect you, and you now know that the spirit is there to guide and protect you always. You do hold the key to your Divine Masculine's heart, and he knows that you are the only one that holds the key to it. You are in the belief or understanding the science behind this journey. You're seated solid and a solid foundation on this with passion. You're definitely in your heart chakra, which is good. You know that your King of Wands, the masculine, is uprooted his old belief system and it's currently understanding or embracing at least this new belief system, these visions that Spirit has sent them, the synchronicities, and that they are holding true to that, although they're still seated. They're not necessarily moving forward quite yet in this card, or you don't feel them moving forward because you have pulled your energy away. You're not feeling their energy as much right now, but you know that they're working on themselves, healing their addictions, or dealing with, the karmic situation over there. You are still protecting the flame, the connection at a distance, perhaps in the 5D. You're still sending them healing energy, keeping the karmic away from them energetically, as far as perhaps doing even some protection spells, leaving behind things that no longer serve you and moving forward. You are speaking to them telepathically, and they know this. They are hearing you. You know that they are still bound to another situation that is got them stuck, that's not growing, that's not serving them, and you understand that they're doing what they can do at this time. So you're just sending telepathic messages or healing, but you've pulled away to heal yourself, to work on self. The Divine Masculine is also trying to build his pentacles and make this be loyal to this connection. He's following his intuition now. His spirit guides have given him the synchronicities, but he's trying to also build his pentacles, his stability in this, as far as money, his pentacles. Okay? Ten of Swords is putting an end. He's putting an end to any backstabbing, leaving behind things that don't serve him in a sense, because this is an ending, but he's holding on to his truth. He does feel left out in the cold, but the karmic or the other energies around him, perhaps these are friends that he was taking advice from even, but they have given him bad advice, and he now knows that that they didn't serve him well. They weren't looking for his highest good. So he felt stabbed in the back. He's now going through that transformation, death, and rebirth. So he's come to a point finally where after this final sword in the back, he's surrendering to the Great Divine, to Great Spirit, to say, I can't keep with this twisted mind mentality. I have to surrender this to the Spirit to help me in this, because I can't do it alone, and I need the Spirit to guide me in this journey, this mission. They know now that it's an end of the cycle, another 3 card with the World card here, and a beginning of a new cycle. They feel the energy. Spirit gives them synchronicities, the dreams, the visions, they are definitely in their emotions, crying over this, but they're trying to be grounded and still stay connected to this flame. But they do know that you've pulled your energy away, but yet you're all they have on their mind. You're all they can think of. They know that they messed up and they chose wrongly. They have poured out emotions to themselves. They've probably poured out emotions to Spirit in the quiet of the night. Perhaps while they tried to sleep, or out, on their walks, or maybe during a meditation, that they have cried out to Spirit regarding the loss and how they know they've messed up, and that they are still hoping to fix this connection, to bring it together. They know that you are the star that leads them, Divine Feminines, and they are looking forward to 4 of Wands stability with you, as that's what they're working towards. So by noon today, probably, they will have reached this point. Today's going to be a rough day for the masculine. So if you're a masculine watching and you're seem to be feeling somewhat emotional or having a lot of drama around you, feeling like people are stabbing you in the back, that's at the point that you're at. And Spirit is guiding you to that surrender point where you surrender and allow things to flow to your life, for Spirit to guide you and to pay attention to the dreams and the synchronicity Spirit's giving you. Clarify for the Divine Feminines, the Lovers card, please. So Divine Feminines 10, you've put an end to the attacks or the words that were spoken, perhaps disagreements or a different way of speaking. Perhaps it was arguments even with your Divine Masculine, or it could have just been, sparring off in the sense of a disagreement regarding either time spent, separate, or not enough communication. Whatever the case is, that you felt you needed to turn your back to that situation, but you've turned your back to it, pulled your energy away, as you stated earlier. You have had your rebirth, you've transformed, you are glowing, you are shining brightly. Spirit says you have gone through your rebirth and transformation, and it's time to spread your wings and fly into mission. Shoot for the stars. This is the Ace of Swords, new beginnings as well. This also states that it is the truth. Empress card, please, Spirit, clarify the Empress card for the Divine Feminines. Yeah, you've manifested this new beginning, the healing within you. You know that you've been enlightened. You've seen your visions as well. Your third eye is open. Your crown chakra is open. You know that you have all the tools within you now to manifest this new start, but also to get into mission. Spirit is showing you signs and synchronicities of what direction you're going to go in your mission, and it's time to take that leap of faith forward and not let anything hold you back. Be the Empress that you are. Embrace the beauty, the light that you are. Your spirit guides are all around you, and taming the snake energy, or the kundalini, calming it so that perhaps you're feeling pulled away. When you pulled your energy away, perhaps you feel disconnected from the masculine, but that was so that you weren't dealing with that sacral energy until the passion will be reignited when it is time for union, when the divine masculine has come to you correctly and healed, then that passion will be reignited. Okay, clarify King of Wands. Clarify the King of Wands. Oops. I've done too many. Let me look. So Spirit says this is about the what's going on with your divine masculine, the King of Wands. He's recently had that tower moment, which we said happened here to get him to see that, to go through transformation, death and rebirth. He was being greedy and he had to, he has to surrender that as well. He's holding on to, or making choices based off his money, and we see that here, making choices off his greed, material possessions over love. It was a faulty foundation. He was being seduced by the women in his workplace. He finally has realized that, so he's turning his back to it because Spirit has shown him the error of the ways. He's now 10 of Swords, realized that he's just had enough, that the stabbing in the back of one another is, the pain he's caused or received throughout this journey. He's got to put an ending to it. He's got to surrender, and he knows he has to make changes. Spirit has enlightened him and shown him the masks he was wearing, that he was being multiple people. Here you see this man hiding in the corner, but also in his reflections, 3 different images that shows that at work he was being this way, at home he was being this way, or wearing this mask, and with his friends he was wearing a different mask. He wasn't being his true authentic self. He doesn't even know who he is. He doesn't even know his true self, and he needs to find that. He needs to go within and heal himself. He has to go as kind of like the mama bear and care for himself first. I know that's a woman, but since we're talking about it masculine here, or feminine, whatever plays, but the bear is always nurturing and caring for the cubs, but they also care for themselves first, because they know that if they don't care for themselves first, they won't have strength to care for their cubs. And such Spirit is telling you, you need to care for yourself before you can embrace this connection. 5 of Swords, please. 5 of Swords for the mask, or for the divine feminine. 5 of Swords for the divine feminine. Okay, yeah, so the divine masculine is taking a look in the mirror and saw that he didn't like who he saw, that reflection in the window as well, that he knows that he doesn't want to be the man in the mirror. Also, there's a song, I'm not positive it's by Michael Jackson, but I have received reminders of this song called The Man in the Mirror. So Google that on YouTube, or look it up on YouTube, Man in the Mirror, and listen to the lyrics. It obviously has a message for the masculines. King of Drums, King of Coins. Spirit has shown him through visions, through dreams, not only his past ways. This always kind of reminds me, these visions are like the Ebenezer Scrooge moment, right, in that movie. The way they were in the past, how they should have been, and where they're going in their future if they continue that path, or if the path that they choose to be in mission, how things turn out. This is regarding a new beginning in the twin flame connection. Spirit wants you to be reminded that he is showering you with gifts and with blessings. You're being showered with these blessings daily on downloads, especially at this time of nearing the full moon, nearing the end of this year. He is showering you with these jewels of blessings, and he doesn't want you to hold on to them for yourself. He wants you to share them with others, share the love, unconditional love with others, share the knowledge that you have learned in the sense of helping others, healing others, bringing them to the same understanding of love and light, but not in the sense of bragging. It's very imperative that you don't use it just for financial gain or to brag, or use it for like evil. Don't use your powers for cursing someone or causing harm to someone. But Spirit wants to remind you that you are being gifts and they're to be shared in the sense of healing or in your mission, not verbally. You don't have to speak about it and brag about how gifted you are. You just use your gifts for healing others, for helping others. There's no higher vibration on the planet Earth than is the unconditional love and light. Clarify, please, the Two of Wands. Clarify, please, the Two of Wands. Just gonna let it keeps wanting these. That wasn't the one I thought it was. There was one earlier that kept popping up. I know it's gonna come up later on the mask. No, there it is. Okay. So again, with the Ebenezer Scrooge story, Spirit has taken the masculine, shown him, or the feminine could have even had this issue with the masks they were wearing, the falsity, the demise, the gossip, the character assassination of the divine feminine. For whatever reason, that some masculines would, if they thought that she was spiritual, that they would mock that or gossip about it. Spirit is showing them the nightmare now of the way they're being, the error of their way, to get them to wake up. This is the Six of Drums, hiding those, not being equal or balanced, although you may have wanted it, but hiding, tucking away the gift Spirit gives you. This is a 10, and another ending, 10 of Cups, the ending of the old way, the ending of the old connection, because the divine masculine Spirit said has had their rebirth. So when they come to you, it's imperative you remember they are a new seed, they are a new plant, they are a new connection. They will be renewed. They will not be of their devil energy. They will not be of the way they were when you previously, before you pulled back. They will not be that person anymore. They will be renewed. Imperative Spirit really is wanting to get that message across today, that this plant represents the rebirth and the new in the divine masculines. Okay. That was a urgent message for someone. As divine feminines, though, you know, like as in the High Priestess mode especially, that you're not to be judgmental anyways, or everyone being the High Priestess energy. We're forgiving with unconditional love, and we do have mercy on them because we know that that is our path. Right? And that as we heal ourselves, we heal them. Oops, hang on. Okay. Let me make sure it's shuffled in now. Oops. Sorry about that, my phone's ringing. Spirit, clarify the Eight of Pentacles. I'll have to get that for the Eight of Pentacles for the masculine Spirit. Give me the Ten of Swords for the masculines, Ten of Swords for the masculines, Ten of Swords for the masculines. No, too many. Anything else for Ten of Swords? Anything for Judgment, Spirit? Anything for the Judgment card? So Eight of Pentacles. for the masculines is he's made his decisions after that Tower moment, after he's had that rebirth, that regrowth, turning his back on his devil energy. He's seen the light. Spirit has given him that lightning bolt moment, and he has decided. This Two of Swords is not like the one where it's crossed and blindfolded. This shows her hand, or depicts the hand is chosen that sword. There's no hand on this sword. There are two birds there of the decision that had to be made, and she's removed the blindfold. She has made her decision, meaning the masculine that represents here, or feminine if you were the runner. He's coming in with truth and control of his emotions, and wants to take control of the situation or of his actions in this situation. As some refer to this as a situationship. Okay, regarding that broken heart, the three-party situation, not only on his part with the karmic, but also his karmic had had a three-party situation, put him in a three-party situation. Remember, several times last week they found out that the player had been played. And he was represented as the King of Wands, not the Knight of Wands. But communication is coming in to the Queen of Pentacles regarding all the sleepless nights and all their thoughts regarding the hurt and the pain. Surrendering to Spirit, because they know that they felt you pull away. They know you're moving forward without them, and they're worried that you found someone else. They don't want to lose this connection. They don't want to share you with someone else the way they put you in a third-party situation, now that they've realized the pain and agony that they have caused you or themselves once the karmic or other party put them in that situation. They realize the error of their ways, I'll say. Anything else for the surrender? Bringing an offering is a Page of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles. As a Knight of Pentacles as well, and here he's coming in with the flow from Spirit. Spirit is guiding this horse. There's no bridle, because they know you've walked away, and he stepped into his Hierophant energy to balance out the energy of the Divine Feminine, the High Priestess. The World card's an ending of the old, because the communication was stuck between a hard place and a rock. He needed to come out of that moon, the shadow side, out of the stormy waters, and come forward. And Temperance is here to balance things out for a celebration. Anything else for the new beginning? The King of Cups, because he is now nurtured and healed. Anything for Five of Cups? The Nine of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune wants to turn forward, and he is now ready to take that leap of faith forward, so that the world can, the cycle in this world, the ending of the old cycle, the beginning of the new. He wants to give you the world. He wants to spend the rest of his life with you and have that 10 of Cups with you. Anything with the Star card, Spirit? Anything for the Star card? He sees you as the star. He knows that you've lit the path. He knows that you've been healing him from afar. And that he had you in the Eight of Swords energy, but wants to make amends, put an end to the balance, the choice to he's made his choice in putting in of juggling, thank you, Spirit, with the Queen of Cups, the King of Wands, this three-party situation, because it wasn't balanced. He's made his decisions now with the Two of Wands. He's chosen the Divine Feminine regarding the Two of Cups, ready now to give that mature divine nourishment, the equal give and take in this connection. He wants stability with this cup. Four of Wands. he's bringing that Ace of Pentacles, a new start, and bringing that cup of love. Putting down the things that no longer serve him, because he knows the Divine Feminine set her boundaries. And he doesn't want to fight. He doesn't want the battle. He wants the stability. He's ready to surrender to the Divine Feminine. Anything else regarding this reading? Eight of Cups. Going forward for the other 2 cups. Anything else? Because he's seeing things from a higher perspective. Anything else regarding this reading, Spirit? Anything else you want to ask the reading for the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine in this connective? The wheel wants to turn. You'll be abundant. Once you're in union, you will be in mission, in soul purpose. You'll be abundant in all things, areas of your life, as a gift of obedience to the Great Spirit, to Divine, and manifest anything you want. I did already shuffle these, but true and precise messages for Divine Feminine, please. True and precise messages for Divine Feminine. Thank you. Divine Masculine, please. True and precise messages for the Masculine. Thank you. Do the Feminine first. Ooh, somebody still got some ego maybe. The illusions of being trapped. You're not trapped. Placing too much importance on material items. Getting caught up in fear and worry. Yeah, Divine Feminines, become a minimalist. You'll be grateful. It'll clear out your closets, clean out your area so that energy can flow freely. Being distracted and failing to see a magical opportunity ahead. Taking someone or something for granted. Discontentment with life. Wow. I'm not too sure who's feeling that way. That sounds like somebody needs some inner child healing. If you need any assistance or advice in the inner child healing, you can email me. Queen of Winter, Divine Masculines, let go of people or things that no longer serve you. Now is the time to focus on your career, whether you're unmarried or divorced individuals. Open your heart to love, the beginning of a new intimate relationship or a rebirth of a current one, the awakening of your psychic abilities and spiritual epiphanies. This is adorable. Look at that little one. I like that one. A financial windfall. Your leadership skills are needed now, an unexpected supporter of your cause. So, Divine Feminines, Divine Masculines, this is what I have for your general read for today. Up next will be your financials. Thank you. Have a blessed day.